Yo, what's up guys, this is Pedro here, and in today's video I will be doing a player/film breakdown of Washington football team's third round pick, Dyami Brown. So first, I'll give you guys some background information, then we'll get into some of the strengths and weaknesses of his game, and then we'll get into the film breakdown. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so let's get started with some background information before we get into the strengths and weaknesses and then some film. So as you guys all know, the Washington football team drafted Dyami Brown with their second third round pick this year. He played college football at UNC. He's 21 years old, a little bit over 6 foot tall, about 190 pounds. He ran a 4.44 40-yard dash, which is pretty quick. He had a 36-inch vertical, and some, other information on him. He played multiple positions in high school, including quarterback. So that is interesting, right there. And he was, really good at track in high school. Did 100 meters, 200 meters, and 400 meters in high school. And, that obviously helped him out with his speed in college. 4.4 is pretty good, not amazing speed, but still adds to the speed that we have in our wide receiver room. So, you look at his stats and they're very, very incredible. His freshman year at UNC didn't do too much. In 9 games, he had 17 catches for 173 yards, but then he absolutely exploded in his sophomore year. Playing in 12 games, he had 51 catches for 1,034 yards, averaged an insane 20.3 yards per catch, along with 12 touchdowns, which is absolutely insane. 20 yards per catch is incredible. And then his junior year, he did a little bit better. In one less game, he had 55 catches for 1,099 yards and 8 touchdowns. Averaged 20 yards per catch in back-to-back seasons. So in 2 seasons, he had 2,000 yards and 20 touchdowns, averaging over 20 yards per catch, which is absolutely insane. He's a home run threat, which is what we need in our wide receiving core, because we have a little bit of everything now in our wide receiving core with Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and now Dyami Brown. I absolutely love this pick. Let's get into some of his strengths and weaknesses when he played at UNC. So I'll read some from here and some that I got myself. So in my opinion, he has a very good ball tracking ability, really good, especially on those deep passes, really good at tracking the ball. Like I said earlier, able to take the top off the defense. And the thing is, average 20 yards a catch, the last 2 seasons. That's going to help out our offense a lot. Obviously, I don't expect them to have 20 yards per catch, but just that ability helps out the offense so much. He has really good acceleration, which helps him create separation as well. And the biggest thing helping him create separation is his quick release, which really helps him get open a bunch. And yeah, another thing that I love about him, he's not a great blocker, but he's solid and he's a willing blocker, which is what you want at the wide receiver position. Here's a stat right here. Had 8 touchdowns of 40 plus yards during career and scored every 5.3 catches since 2019. That is an insane stat, similar to kind of like the Antonio Gibson stat from last year. But scoring every 5.3 catches is incredible. And I hope he can do something similar to that in Washington. So some of his weaknesses, not too many. Oh, and one thing I forgot to say, he's also very good at, catching contested passes. There's a stat right here. And this is, Ron Rivera said one of his favorite things about wide receiver Dyami Brown is his ability to win contested catches. He cited a stat that said Dyami Brown won about 90% of those at UNC, which I do believe was like the best rate in college. I'm not sure, but that's impressive as well. Some of the weaknesses, not too many, but he does have some, concentration drops. Like, not many, drops down the field, but some like easy ones he drops, which is a little bit concerning. I don't know the exact number, but it might have been like 15 in the last 2 or 3 years, which is, a little bit concerning, but hopefully they can fix that at the next level. Drew Terrell, our new wide receiver coach, hopefully he can help Dyami Brown with that. He lacks a little bit of strength and physicality at the line scrimmage, which could hurt him against more physical cornerbacks, but he can always put on some weight, and that isn't really a big concern because all these wide receivers have different styles, and being a physical wide receiver just really isn't his style, and he still needs to improve a little bit as a route runner. And what's funny is this site right here, or Lance Zierlein, his NFL comp for Dyami Brown is Paul Richardson, but Daniel Jeremiah of NFL Network had his comp as Terry McLaurin, which is just funny. So those are kind of his strengths and weaknesses. Now let's get into some of his film at UNC. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the film breakdown. And of course, I'm not a film expert at all. I'm just letting you guys know what I see when we turn on the film. So this is his film versus Miami, and he had a really good day this game. I think he had over 140 yards, and he averaged over 40 yards per catch, which is absolutely insane. The first clip right here, I think this is the first clip of the day, or their first play of the day, and you can see his great quick release, which allows him to get a step on his man and create some separation. So you guys are gonna see it right here, track it and get a huge gain. I'll show it again right here. It was a 51-yard gain. You'll see on the top of your screen right here, you'll see his release, which allows him to get a step on his man, and that's all he needs. And I think that's one of the best parts of his game, goes right there. And that's, he has a great big play ability. That was a 50-yard catch right there. So the next play, this isn't an amazing play, but shows, let's see right here, he's able to create some quick separation right here, able to make the catch and get a couple yards after the catch. Doesn't go down as easily as you would think for a deep threat guy, able to get a couple yards. You like to see that right there. So another one right here, another play that just shows his big play ability. Let's see, not this one right here. So it's right here. Sorry about that background sound, but right here is on the bottom of your, wasn't able to take it to the house. That's the only negative at all. You see right here, bottom of your screen, again, shows his great, separation or great release, which a lot of his big plays come off, great releases at the line of scrimmage, which allow him to, beat his man by one step, and that's all he needs because he's able to make these good contested catches and able to track the ball. Right here isn't a contested catch, wasn't many in this game, but a more offense, and I hope he brings that to the Washington football team. So actually the next play, I believe, so he's lined up on the bottom of your screen. They're at the 5-yard line. I think it's the next play, trying to get a touchdown, and Sam Howell, their quarterback, throws it up to him, and he almost makes the catch, but they call pass interference, so he's able to drop PI. You would like him to be able to catch it, but obviously he was, held a little bit on that play, so that's why he wasn't able to make that catch, but it's good on him, though, able to draw the pass interference and set his team up for success. So one more play right here from him, and not anything big, but just shows he is a willing blocker and he's a capable blocker as well. I mean, I'll show two clips. The first one isn't that great, but he's able to, it doesn't really affect the play at all, but You saw him blocking right there, and here you see him on the top of the screen. He usually lines up on the left side, on the outside, almost every time this game. You see right here, he's able to do a solid job blocking. And again, you know, receivers, there's not many receivers that are great at blocking. He's able to do an okay job there. The guy gets around him, but the running back didn't get tackled because of Dyami Brown's blocking. He got tackled right there by that guy right there. And, you know, again, his blocking isn't great, but he is, you know, you see it constantly throughout his film. He's willing to block, and he's solid. He's solid, and that's going to develop a little bit more once he gets to the NFL. Overall, guys, I really like what Dyami Brown has to offer. I think he's going to make a big impact right away for the Washington football team. We'll see if he starts or not. I think he's going to be competing with Cam Sims for that, you know, outside spot. Even Curtis Samuel, who's going to play on the outside. But I do think he's going to make a big impact for the Washington football team in his rookie year. And I think he's going to be one of the steals of this draft. Was a projected, you know, late first, early second round pick. We got him in the middle of the third round. So I love the pick, and I'm excited. You know, especially I love the match with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Dyami Brown. And, you know, Dyami Brown with this wide receiving core, I think also is a great match. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hit that like button. Also, turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. And let me know down below which breakdown you guys want to see next.